Hello, I'm Shannon Morton from the USDA Office of Ethics, and I'm here to talk about how to fill out the AD-1101 form and what goes into a complete request package. If a non-federal source has offered to pay for your travel or related expense for a meeting, conference, or similar event, you may be able to accept this offer of sponsored travel. But first, you need to get agency and ethics approval by submitting a complete AD-1101 form to the Office of Ethics, in addition to the following 3 documents: the invitation letter, the agenda or related documents for the event, and a draft acceptance letter. The invitation should be an original letter or email from the sponsor. It must include the sponsor's offer to cover expenses and specify which expenses they are proposing. For example, airfare, lodging, and meals. This is important. An invitation that just says we will cover your travel costs is not sufficient. We ask for an agenda or related documents so that we can make sure the event qualifies as a meeting or similar function as defined in the travel regulations. The draft acceptance letter is to be given to the sponsor detailing what part of their offer the agency will accept on your behalf. The letter also lays out certain limitations of your acceptance, such as your inability to accept any compensation for the event. If you don't have a copy of our sample acceptance letter, please reach out to our office. Now, let's zero in on the AD-1101 form itself and highlight some common problem areas. Under Part 3, be sure to select every event type that applies. For example, if you are going to be speaking at a conference, you should check both conference and speaking engagement. Then provide a detailed description of the event and your expected role under Question 4. Next, please ensure that the event dates, name of benefit source, and expense information match the information provided in the invitation and acceptance letters. Any discrepancies may delay the approval of your request. Note that the expenses section has a column for in-kind expenses, where the non-federal source covers expenses directly, and a column for paid to the agency, where the agency pays for the expenses and gets reimbursed by the source. As federal employees, we are never allowed to accept cash, check payments, or any form of direct reimbursement from a non-federal source for our travel or related expenses. Let's look at questions 2 and 3 in Part 5. List any pending or prospective matters at the agency that include or affect this non-federal source, and explain the employee's involvement in any such matters. We are asking whether the outside source currently has any business before your agency and if you have any involvement. For example, does the sponsor have pending grant or loan applications with your agency? Are you reviewing the applications? Is the sponsor collaborating with your agency on a project? Are you working on the collaboration? These questions help us consider any potential conflicts or appearance issues. After you sign in Part 5, you must send the entire package to your supervisor for their review and signature under Part 6. A note to supervisors. Please be sure to thoroughly evaluate whether your employee's participation in the event aligns with the agency's mission and is an appropriate use of agency time. Supervisors should then send the request package to the appropriate ethics inbox. Remember, we require AD-1101s to be submitted at least 15 business days before an event, but sooner is always better. If there is not enough time for a complete analysis, we may not be able to approve the acceptance of funds before the travel date. Finally, keep in mind that you are prohibited from soliciting offers to pay for travel or related expenses from an outside source. If you are invited to an event and the organization does not offer to cover expenses of their own volition, you cannot ask them to do so. As always, please remember to reach out to our office with any questions. You can find your designated ethics inbox on our website. Thanks for watching and have a great day.